Hello everybody, Redneck Game Master here. And today I'm coming to you with another battle deck video. And what we're going to be looking at is my current deck right now. So my current deck right now is the Hog Rider, the Musketeer, the Skeleton, the Cannon, the Freeze, Valkyrie, Elixir Collector, and Arrows. And you can kind of see the levels I have it at right now. But this is a good, what I call, cycle deck. It's 3.5 elixirs. The main goal is to get an elixir advantage, and you can pump out a lot of troops that are pretty heavy duty. The Hog Rider is pretty op right now still. Valkyrie, she's pretty op. I mean, it's pretty good. So the strategy with this, let me tell you. The strategy was this. It depends on your starting hand. If you have the Valkyrie and the Hog Rider, and you see the freeze coming up, what I do is I let it get to 10. I drop the Valkyrie. Then I throw, once she's spawned, I throw the Hog Rider right behind her. He pushes her much faster than she can run, and so they both get to the tower. Then I pop a little freeze spell on them, and then while that freeze is going on, right about when that freeze ends, I have 4 elixir again, and I pull out the Musketeer right at the bridge, and we start doing some damage. Now, of course, it don't work like that every time. Sometimes you may get a start in the hand where you got the cannon. So I throw out the cannon and I'll throw out the elixir collector. It really just depends on the hand. So let's go ahead and look at some battle with this deck. All right, so here we go. We're going to battle this feller. So my starting hand's got the cannon, the Valkyrie, and the Hog Rider and the skeletons. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, start out, and we're going to throw out the just like I told you guys. See how he pushes the Valkyrie? Now I'm going to go ahead and pop a freeze over here, freeze his wizard and freeze that tower. I'm going to get some good hits off of this. Now I know that they're coming with a small push, so I want to put out my cannon and get ready for that small push. And there it is. I knew it was coming. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to take out his Hog Rider as fast as can. And then we're not going to really do too much for his wizard because it's not going to get a lot of damage. So we got the elixir collector out, and so he's going to match our elixir collector, which is still going to put us even with elixir until he starts making mistakes. And that's what I'm waiting for, is some mistakes. So once again, I see my push in my hand. I don't see my freeze, but I'm still going to go for it. I'm going to start her out way back here so I can build some elixir and see where that freeze spell is. There it is. It's in the next column. So he's going to throw out, I don't know why he does this, but this is going to lose him some elixir right here. So I'm going to go out and throw my Hog Rider, and we're going to push her up. He throws out his cannon. This is very common tactic. And now I'm going to go ahead and set out a freeze. I froze everything, and then he drops a wizard. So that's okay. I'm still going to get some hit points off his tower. My Musketeer is going to take out pretty much some good damage on that Valkyrie. And then we got to take out his Hog Rider quick before it gets to my tower. So once again, actually I'm going to take out his guy right here. Put out my Valkyrie. He's going to die pretty much right away. So my Valkyrie is pushing already. You always want to do the Hog Rider with her. So I put my Hog Rider out. There's the cannon. You always see that. I mean, 9 times out of 10, the cannon's going to be there. That's all right. I freeze the tower again. I'm going to get good hits on this. I'm going to take it out. Booyah, baby. You can't stop the Hog Rider Valkyrie freeze combo. That's just the way it goes. I'm going to put out my Musketeer to get some hits toward the back here so I can start shooting everything. Put out my Valkyrie to take out that skeleton army there and take out his Valkyrie. Now I'm going to start waylaying on the other side, all right? So his attention's on the right side. Now I'm going to start putting attention on the left side to kind of throw him off a little bit. That way he can't just keep continually pushing on me. Because if you got him continually pushing and you're continually defending, pretty soon he's going to get through. So I always try to put something over on the left-hand side and kind of mess him up a little bit. That way he has to throw out people to go get that person. So look, there he goes. There's that cannon again, always. Here comes my freeze, baby. Boom. I got 1 tower. I didn't get those. And I'm thanking him already for the win. Boom. Got that win. All right, so that's one way. That's one win on there. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one real quick. Now, as you can see, my last 5 I've had a victory, draw, 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 victory. Now, one thing I want to say, if you think that you can only just, if they got really good deck and you can only hold them off, then just hold them off. Don't lose it. Don't lose the match, okay? Do what you can. Don't push for the win. If you think that there's any chance of you losing, go for the draw. Because all that did was cost you about 3 minutes or so. All that did was cost you about 3 minutes or so. So no problem. So here he comes with his giant. And I'm coming with my Hog Rider, and look at there, pushing that Valkyrie right toward his tower. That's what I want to see. Now, he's got a giant coming, so I got to be aware of that, but I'm going to put my freeze out so I can do max damage to his tower, and then I'm going to let my skeletons eat up his giant. I mean, eat him up. Look at that. Giant is gone with just 1 elixir skeletons. Now, here's the thing. He has the hot air balloon, and the hot air balloon is pretty... up against this deck is pretty hard. So I always drop the Musketeer behind the tower. I'll let him get a little closer, get a little hits. That's okay, because I got to take it out somehow. And all I've got to take that out is arrows and the Musketeer. So my Musketeer is doing its own little push on the side. Not sure what's going on there. Why? But I'm going to go ahead, throw out my elixir pump in front of that tower just to kind of give that tower a little extra protection. And he's got his giant coming, so I'm going to have to do something here. So I'm going to go ahead and just, there's too much happening. So I'm going to freeze everybody. I'm going to throw out my cannon right beside the giant. Go ahead and start getting some hit points. Boom, 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 boom. Bigger they are, harder they fall. Booyah! Anyway, so he's got that dragon. I'm just steadily doing damage to the dragon, right? Because I have nothing else to counter it right now. So I'm going to put out my Valkyrie right there in front of that ice guy, and he pretty much gets chewed up from the floor up, if you know what I mean. So my Valkyrie's over there doing her own push, okay? So he's going to be worried about that Valkyrie. I'm going to do a push on the right tower, and as you can see, my Hog Rider made it through. I got a really good freeze on it, so he's taking that stuff out right now. I mean, he's worried about that tower. So I'm going to drop out a cannon for protection. He's got a whole little push coming here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Well, the tower's going to take out the baby dragon. All right. Now I'm going to throw out my Musketeer toward the back to start doing some damage on that balloon coming. And, of course, I got my freeze. I'm going to go ahead and freeze. Now, he did get my tower on the left. Not to worry. I've got that one tower down to 1328. I'm going to make a good push there. Now, he thinks he's bad to the bone right here. Drops the 3 Musketeers. My 1 Musketeer is coming. And I throw a Valkyrie right in the middle of his. Just chews him up. I had no choice. There's women dying everywhere. Ah! And I throw out another Musketeer. And look at there. I've got 2 Musketeers and a Hog Rider making a push. And these Musketeers are going to do make short work of his giant. And we're going to take out that everything else there as well. As you can see, I froze my Hog Rider again. And he got some really good hit points. He's down to 300. This guy is hurting, okay? He's pulling every trick out of the book. He's dropping as fast as he can. So he's got his giant out there. Pretty bad idea because my Valkyrie's right there. I dropped my Hog Rider. I'm going to get my win right here because I had the freeze. Boom. This deck is awesome. I call it the 1, 2, 3 punch because it's got the Valkyrie, it's got then the Hog Rider, and then the freeze.